Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana, yes. I've always talked of the silent majority and the loud minority. The silent majority spoke in the by-elections that were concluded about 2 days ago. And the loud minority was seriously embarrassed. Those who have been following me here will attest to this fact that I've always advised these Kenyan politicians to be very careful with social media, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube. I've always advised them to be very careful. Social media can hype you to a point you think you are very, very popular, while the truth is that you might not be as popular as social media might be hyping you. Looking at the ODM party, there are two leaders who have been hyped to a point they think they are very popular. The first leader is Babu Owino. The second leader is Edwin Sifuna. Social media has clearly lied to these two leaders. And if the by-elections have not opened Babu's and Sifuna's eyes, then I sympathize with them. Babu Owino, if he is not careful, as he stretches his arm for the highs, he might even lose what is below the elbow. Same to Edwin Sifuna. In a nutshell, I'm saying, if Babu Owino is not careful, he might even end up losing his Embakasi East parliamentary seat. Edwin Sifuna, if he's not careful, he might end up losing his Nairobi senatorial seat. Not that I hate these two leaders, but I'm just trying to help them. Babu Owino, wherever you are, listen to me and listen to me good. Change your political direction, or you might end up losing your Embakasi East parliamentary seat. Edwin Sifuna, listen and listen good. If you don't change your political direction, you are surely going to lose Nairobi senatorial seat. Those two leaders are the biggest losers in ODM as per the by-election wins. Babu was nowhere campaigning for ODM candidates. In fact, Babu Owino has not been doing anything to build ODM party. Every time Babu speaks, he just speaks bad of the party. How he wants to be ODM party leader. How is the next Luo kingpin? You will hardly hear Babu Owino speaking of anything to build the party. In fact, as ODM party is trying to field its presidential candidate in 2027, as such discussions are going on, Babu had already endorsed another candidate, Kalonzo Musyoka, a Wiper candidate. Babu is doing nothing to help in building ODM party. In the concluded by-elections, Babu was nowhere campaigning for ODM candidate anywhere. Look at Edwin Sifuna. Anytime he opens up his mouth, either he's abusing ODM leaders, or he's abusing Ruto, or he's castigating the broad-based government. How does that help in building ODM party? And as ODM Secretary General, how comes that Edwin Sifuna never featured campaigning for ODM candidates? I think I saw him campaigning once and then he disappeared. Gladys Wanga stood very firm campaigning for ODM candidates. Then you get Sifuna Babu attacking Gladys Wanga. Something tells me very strongly that Babu Owino and Edwin Sifuna might be pursuing some political interests outside the ODM party. And if I won't be wrong, they have been trying to please Rigathi Gachagua's support base. But with the humiliating defeat in Mbeere, even Rigathi Gachagua's support base is already crumbling. And nobody knows how 2027 will turn out to be. Maybe by that 2027, Rigathi will not be commanding a strong support on the mountain. That's what Babu Owino and Edwin Sifuna were trying to bank on. They hope they could please Rigathi's supporters so that come 2027, Rigathi's supporters were going to support them or to vote for them as a bloc. That might not be a reality. Things on the ground are very, very different. The mountain seems very slippery. Babu Owino and Edwin Sifuna never campaigned for ODM candidates because they wanted ODM to lose so that they start stamping that the seats were lost because Babu and Sifuna never campaigned for the ODM candidates. I know where Babu is and where Edwin Sifuna is today. They are not happy of ODM winning all the seats they won. Babu and Sifuna wanted ODM to lose. I think it's time now, if possible, for the interest of ODM party, Edwin Sifuna should be removed as ODM Secretary General. I think he's not adding any value now to ODM party. The only value, in my honest opinion, Edwin Sifuna might be adding is to scare maybe Ruto and some UDA leaders who may want to hijack ODM. On that, I support him. In that he scares Ruto and some other leaders who may want to hijack ODM party. And as Sifuna scares them, Sifuna is also putting some ODM leaders to notice. These ones who may want to play to the whims of Ruto. On that, I support him. But accumulatively, looking at his input in ODM party, I don't think he's adding any value. When Raila Amolo Odinga was mocked after his death, Edwin Sifuna defended those who mocked Raila Amolo Odinga. He defended them. What did Babu Owino do? These leaders are not adding any value to ODM party. And to ODM leaders, they should equally stand firm. ODM should and must remain a distinct political party. ODM should not be swallowed by anybody. If ODM can't get a better deal with Ruto, let ODM field its own presidential candidate in 2027. ODM currently has nothing to lose. Let it field a presidential candidate in 2027. The by-elections have proved that ODM is a force to reckon with on the ground. ODM currently might be the only party that has so far for so many years stood with Kenyans. ODM must continue standing with Kenyans, fighting for democratic ideals for Kenyans. ODM should not allow itself be swallowed by any other political party or by any other leader. If it can't get the running mate's position in Naruto's 2027 arrangement, ODM should go it alone. Let's meet in our next political analysis. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Kenya.